this video demonstration, I'm going to show you how to use the JND463 tag Favour Box die set, which has 6 dies in it, to make some beautiful tags, or almost like cards. So we've got one here which is almost like a shaker card, and then a little tag here made from the waste. And I think these are beautiful things to put on gifts, on table decorations, but also really nice just to send to for Christmas as little cards as well. So we're going to get started and use those. And because the die set has been designed with these different layers, so it has different layers that combine together in lots of different sort of formats. It means you can get lots of different shapes and different layers all the way through it. So it makes it really, really simple to do. So I'm going to start, first of all, with a white piece of coconut white card. And I'm going to use the outside tag, which is the major tag. And I'm going to use the fluted insert for that. So we just take a long piece of tape, pick that up, put it over in the right place, put that, and then we run that through our die cutting machine. And that will actually give us 2 finished pieces. And I want to cut this just to show you how beautifully it cuts, but also the 2 finished pieces that you get. So we get our aperture, but we get, first of all, a great frame. We also get a second piece that can be used again on its own or with another combination. So I'm wanting to go down and create a sort of shaker style card. So you can see here on the one that we're creating, the next layer on this is gold. So what I've done is cut myself a layer in gold and simply spray mounted, or you could use your glue glaze to glue this onto here perfectly. And then you can choose the next layer in the set. So I'm actually going to go, rather from this one, I'm going to go for the next one down. So I'm going to change style to give me this little thing. It leaves me an area there that means I can put the hole in, which is perfect. So we simply, again, add that. We run that through our die cutting machine. So again, I'm just going to die cut that so that you can see that stage and this level that it's created. So these will fit through any of your die cutting machines, even your small die cutting machines. So there we go. So we simply then, I've cut another tag in blue, and again we'll mount that onto there. Again, this is all flat mounted, so we'll mount those on together just like here. And again, I go down a die, so I go down to this rounded tag here, and we simply run that through. So again, run through our machine. So what we're actually getting is, if you look how we can build up, these are the waste pieces. And these are the pieces that we've got. So we've got the perfect frame there. So I would take again the outside die, and I've cut a piece of acetate to fit that panel to give me my shaker section, which I've already spray glued again onto here. And I've added foam tape on the back. Now for our backing piece, I've cut again the same tag, this time in satin gold, and I've just embossed it using the Falling Snow embossing folder there. So we just need to then fill our little shaker card, and you'll notice that I've made and designed the dies so that they all fit the standard foam tape that we make. So here I've got some Crafts 2 stars. I've had these so many years, these little gold stars. And I'm going to add a little bit of crystal snow in there as well, just so I've got that really nice mixture. And then simply seal the whole piece using the same size tag. Makes it so easy to make them and seal them. And then you've got our little shaker element, but we've got all our different layers in there. I'm going to punch a hole through the top now. I'm using my crocodile, but you can use any sort of tool you want. But it's great because I can see through in there, make sure I'm missing out the white layer. I've got a piece of 5mm satin ribbon in a navy blue. I love this mixture of white, gold and navy blue. I think it's really nice for Christmas. So I'm just going to pop my ribbon through, loop and pull my tags tight, and then I cut those off into little fishtails, one a little bit longer than the other, and we'll separate those out a little bit just by pulling. And I'm simply then going to decorate. So I've got some holly here and some of the star sprays. So I'm going to go with a little bit of a star spray, and I've cut this in mirror card in the gold. This is all using vintage gold craft artist card. I love that little explosion across the front there. I'm going to take one of the actual smaller pieces of holly. These have been cut in the satin, again in the vintage gold. I think I'll go with one of the, yeah, we'll go for another one of the smaller pieces. So this is a great way to use up if, like me, you've cut far too many pieces of foliage. I'm always doing that on flowers when I do a project. And then I've made up one of the beautiful ice flowers in the same royal blue colour. I think this is the Aegean blue from the craft artist range. And we just stick that on. And we've got there the most beautiful sort of Christmas tag or a card with an absolutely perfect look to it. Really luxurious looking, far better than you buy in the shops, and an awful lot cheaper. And of course, what we can do with the leftover pieces, just like this. So I've used some leftover pieces from this, or I could do the same, pulling together the leftover pieces from here. So these are all left over from that one. Gives me a perfectly, really nice sort of flat tag. So I'm just going to flat glue these together like this. So going on to the white, then I've got the gold, and remember this is purely using, apart from the back tag, scrap that's come from making our first tag, but the different layers work so well together. You could emboss this final piece, but I do love it quite flat. So again, we'll just pop that one on. That's why I like wet glue, so I can make sure everything is lined up correctly. And again then, punch the hole through. Probably better to wait for the glue to dry a little bit. It is a nightmare sometimes on mirror card and satin card, to be fair, of actually trying to get it right. So again, we'll take a little bit of our navy ribbon. I'm just going to thread that through. Pull those out, and again cut them into little fishtails, one shorter than the other, and once again decorate with leftover foliage. So this time I'm using a large holly, and I'm just going to use a large holly and just one of the frost flowers or ice flowers. There we go. And we'll just balance that off with a couple of little gems at the bottom. So this is something you could spend an afternoon doing and actually have some absolutely beautiful tags just made using all the dies in the Tag Favour Box die set. For more ideas, hints, tips and inspiration, why not visit the Crafting with John next door on Crafts2 group on Facebook. Enjoy.